For more on the latest situation as Israeli forces begin to gradually withdraw from southern Lebanon, we're joined by Mr. Osama Nazzal, head of Palestine International Broadcast, live from Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Thank you so much for being with us, Osama. The Israeli forces have begun to withdraw from parts of southern Lebanon under the U.S. brokered plan. How is the development being viewed on the ground, and do you think it's a genuine de-escalation?
We can't talk about genuine de-escalation as the Israeli occupation policy and the Israeli occupation strategy does not change. This strategy that is based on attacking the neighboring countries and expanding the Israeli colonial project. And according to the sources from Lebanon, the Israeli forces until now have not withdrawn from any Lebanese area. But the villages where the Lebanese army is being deployed are the villages that this army, the army of Lebanon, was not allowed to enter. But the Israeli military forces have not been present in these villages. This is according to news reports from Lebanon. So what's happening is allowing the Lebanese army to get deployed in these villages that were not accessible to the Lebanese army before, but the Israeli army were not in these villages in particular.
So the Lebanese army is now deploying to areas vacated by Israeli forces and is expected to confiscate Hezbollah's weapons. How realistic is the implementation of this plan, and what challenges could it face?
You know, when there is like a big deal or a big event between two countries, such deal and such agreement should be based on the national consensus. I mean that the agreement signed between Lebanon and Israel in Washington must have the content and the satisfaction of all the Lebanese people, of all the Lebanese parties. Because what is more important than such agreements and such meetings, and what is more important than satisfying the American administration and the American president, is to have the national cohesion and the national unity. I think that any clash between the Lebanese resistance and the Lebanese army is going to lead the Lebanese society into a big trouble and into the unknown, something that no Arab people or no people on any area really in this world wish this for Lebanon. What people wish for Lebanon is the national unity and the geographical unity and contiguity of the Lebanese people and the Lebanese territories. And this what Israel is ambitious about and what Israel is trying to achieve, to have the internal fighting within Lebanon, just like the civil war that happened in the 70s, and all the world witnessed the repercussions and the catastrophe of that war. So this should not happen again in Lebanon, and the people of Lebanon deserve better life and better conditions. They deserve peace and the tranquility. So I think before the agreement with Israel and before the agreement with the Americans, there should be a national agreement that all the segments of the Lebanese society and all the political parties agree on one thing and go to the world in one voice.
So, despite the ongoing U.S. brokered ceasefire with Hamas, Israeli strikes in Gaza have reportedly killed 6 members of the same family. What is the latest situation in Gaza, and how are civilians being affected?
Yeah, the situation in Gaza is really the worst. Maybe not only in the Middle East, maybe in the world, really, because Gaza has never witnessed 1 minute of lull or 1 minute of calm and tranquility for 3 years and 2 months. And Israel has not stopped bombarding Gaza even 1 day after the signature of the ceasefire agreement in October of the last year. Israel today killed six members of the same family, Al-Masri family. They killed the father, they killed the mother, they killed their four children. And this reminds us of the first days and the first weeks of the start of the Israeli genocidal war against the people in Gaza. So such continuing crime, such continuing genocidal war against the people of Gaza means that Israel is not interested in any peaceful agreement or in implementing any ceasefire pact reached under the auspices of the American administration and many other countries, including Pakistan. So what is demanded is that more and genuine pressure on Israel to stop this bloodbath and to stop such massacres against the Palestinian families, against the innocent children of Palestine. So this family of Al-Masri has nothing to do with the war, has nothing to do with the resistance or the armed groups or whoever. It was sleeping in its own house, wishing peace and stability. But Israel is determined to continue spilling the blood of the Palestinian children and the Palestinian families. And the number of the Palestinian children and the Palestinian citizens killed since the declaration of the ceasefire in last October is more than 1,200 people and more than 4,000 people injured, really.
Thank you so much, Osama Nazzal.